I got pockets. These pants have pockets. Check this out. You ever seen such a thing? Pockets on pants? What the fuck? What will they think of next? Alright, folks. So, apparently there have been protests in, I guess this is Los Angeles, by the Wee Spa. Now, this is something I completely missed up until yesterday, and I was checking this out a little bit. But apparently there was this, like, fake hoax bullshit, this, like, fake trans thing that happened at the spa. Some woman just pretended that there were trans people there so that they could film themselves berating someone and harassing someone. And apparently this has been going super viral in right-wing media circles. I missed the whole thing. And then I saw this, and I was like, what the hell? Right, so apparently there have been protests going on, because, like, neo-Nazis went to this spa for some reason. I don't know what these people are doing. But either way, they called the neo-Nazis, and they called the Blue Line Gangster Club, and they just beat the shit out of a bunch of random civilians. And so here's a thread here from Water Spider on Twitter. And this is some pretty incredible stuff. So they called out a bunch of gangsters and thugs to deal with a couple of everyday normal citizens that were protesting the neo-Nazi rally by the Wee Spa. And again, I missed this whole thing. I don't even know what the hell this is. All I saw are people getting shot with beanbags in the fucking chest. So just, hold the phone here. But I'm going to go through this thread from Water Spider here so we can get a decent idea of what's going on.
The southwest corner is going to be occupied by law enforcement officers as our operation area. We're going to close it off. We're going to put tape. And this is going to be an intersection that we will utilize.
Okay. So this is the thing. That's beautiful. Oh my god. See, I love protests. So apparently the Los Angeles Police Department decided to kettle a bunch of people, and then they brought out quote-unquote less lethal munitions, and they arrested a shitload of people, and this is when I saw the thread. So let me keep scrolling. As you can see here, let's just play this clip again. So now, again, for those of you that don't know, less lethal quote-unquote munitions are designed with the express purpose that they are not to be used in the fashion that they are used here. Less lethal quote-unquote munitions are designed to be shot at the ground or at people's feet or legs or arms, not point blank from 3 feet away in the chest. There have been people at protests that have been killed by less lethal munitions. There are people at protests that have gotten brain hemorrhages. Their hearts have stopped, right? Their eyes have been gouged out of their sockets when they've been hit by these less lethal munitions. So it needs to be understood that, again, the Thin Blue Line Gang, it's a terrorist organization, a national criminal syndicate known as the Thin Blue Line Gang, are out there using weapons of mass destruction on American citizens. We need to understand what this is. This is a domestic terror problem. We have a significant amount of sleeper cells trapped within the United States, and they are, again, operating under the criminal syndicate known as law enforcement. The real name is the Thin Blue Line Gang, right? You need to understand, these people are a danger to society. When you see cops roll in the streets, you should not feel safe. You should feel horrified. You should get out your camera, record them, because who knows who they're going to kill next? Who knows who they're going to shoot? Who knows whose rights they're going to violate? This is a national criminal syndicate that has full power, and they've occupied the United States of America, and they've decided they can do whatever the fuck they want, and they're not going to get charged for it. It's ridiculous. So again, this shit is out of control. And now I don't really know what was going on with the Wee Spa. To my understanding, right? Like someone made a video about pretending there was a trans woman there, and then like people did an investigation, and it turns out it was a hoax. Right, like, do you remember that Jussie Smollett thing? People love to talk about, oh, fake lefty hoax, hate crime. Well, this is like the exact opposite of that situation, except even more brazenly ridiculous. And I think it's hilarious that the fact that that is what spawned this whole thing. Like a right-wing, like fucking post-millennial tier, like hoax has spawned people getting shot and nearly killed. Right? It's ridiculous. So apparently, they did this to a couple people, and they kettled a bunch of protesters, and they just they did mass arrests, and it was a little ridiculous. And again, this is the United States of America. You are not free. You never will be free. You never were free. Any freedom that you think you had is an illusion, and it doesn't exist. Right? I need you to understand. There is no such thing as freedom. You are not free. You exist at the behest of the government. They can fuck your shit up at any point. They can kill you if they want. They can assault you if they want. And if you try to press charges on them, like, do you think you live in a free society? You don't. You live in a fascist dictatorship, right? It just so happens that we switch the dictator every 4 years. These people don't give a fuck about you. Donald Trump didn't give a fuck about you. Barack Obama didn't give a fuck about you. Joe Biden certainly doesn't give a fuck about you. If they gave a fuck about you, you wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. So you need to understand you're not going to get saved. There's no such thing as a good president. There's no such thing as a good cop, right? These motherfuckers are out for blood, and it's your blood. It's not their blood. It's your blood that they're willing to sacrifice at the pedestal of capital. And again, this is a full-scale military terrorist occupation. And honestly, can we start begging countries to liberate us? Hey, China, can you liberate us? Venezuela, come on, liberate us. Cuba, liberate us. Like, what's going on here, man? This shit's crazy. I'll even take Russian liberation at this point, because fuck the United States of America. Right in the asshole. Like, I'm just, like, seriously, it's ridiculous. This is the world that we live in, and people really need to understand that. There's a fucking dog right behind me.